Welcome back to the Oklahomans Video Studio this afternoon. A fun interview ahead here. I'm Dave Morris. Happy to be joined by Darcy Farmer. And who is this, Darcy?
My name's Katie, and I love to yodel.
And we saw Darcy and Katie both yodeling just this past Sunday, Steve Harvey's show on NBC, Little Big Shots. And Darcy, congratulations, you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
And Katie, I should say you did a fantastic job as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it's a show that Steve Harvey hosts. It's co-produced by Ellen DeGeneres and Steve Harvey, ages 3 to 14. It's not a competition. It's a showcase of people with incredible talent. There you see some clips of it. You can watch on NBC.com. And in fact, you guys will be on the repeat this Sunday at 6 o'clock. So if you missed it this past Sunday, you can see Darcy and Katie in action once again, 6 p.m. this Sunday. Darcy, how was it?
It was awesome. Steve Harvey he was just funny, and I'm really amazed on how he could just make funny jokes and be so funny when he didn't even know what was coming.
Yeah, how was he? Because that has to be difficult. He's funneling through kid after kid, interview after interview, and he comes across as a real genuine guy. But how was he in person?
His facial expressions were like out of his park. They were so funny. He's really good with kids, and he was just fun to work with, and I loved it.
Now, Katie, this question's for you. When Steve pulled out the puppet, what were you thinking?
I was like, what the heck was that? It was the most ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Well, Katie, you did a fine job yodeling. Darcy, was that
Thank you.
hard in front of a big studio audience and the cameras and the lights?
I was
to
nervous. I was really nervous, but once I get on stage, it's just more fun. I don't even notice that I'm nervous anymore.
You're 11 years old. You're a student at Deer Creek, a very good student at Deer Creek. How long have you been entertaining?
I've been entertaining since I was 6. I've mostly been singing Broadway songs and doing pageants and just singing. And then when I went to a pageant in Las Vegas, I had won the pageant with a girl. She was 18 years old, and her name is Larissa, and she did ventriloquism. And we got to travel around the United States to perform, and I just got so fascinated with her and her puppets, and they were just so cool, and I just watched her all the time. And I finally asked her for some tips on what to work on, and she gave me the tips, and I just worked in my bathroom mirror. And then I finally asked my mom for a puppet. She's like, no, you're a ventriloquist, you're a singer, not a ventriloquist. And then I kept begging, and then she finally surprised me with a puppet for my birthday.
What was it about ventriloquism? What was it about working with puppets, hard for me to say, that attracted you to it?
I was just so intrigued on how she wasn't moving her mouth, and it was just awesome. And I wanted to do that so bad, and I just couldn't stop watching her because it was I thought the puppet was actually alive, and she wasn't even doing anything.
She did it that well.
Yeah.
Now, did you have to give Steve some tips for the show?
Yeah, I got to teach him I got to teach him the ABCs and some tongue twisters.
Katie, how did Steve do?
Well, he did okay. He could have done better, but you know.
What can you do, right?
Mhm.
I mentioned that Darcy's a good student at Deer Creek. She was also won national awards, Branson Americans Kids, national competition there, won specialty, Broadway overall. How long have you been doing the ventriloquism?
I've
right
been
there.
doing ventriloquism about 1 year.
So just 1 year, and you're winning national competitions. You're in LA, appearing on NBC. Is it something that just comes natural to you? Or is it hard work and practice?
It took me a while to be able to say the hard letters like P and M and B. Those were really hard, and I just got really better at them. And my mentor, Gary Owen, he's been helping me a lot, and he's just done a lot for me, and I'm very thankful for him. And I'm just really, really happy that I got into this because it's really fun making people happy with it.
It's interesting you say that. Is that what you get out of it, is seeing the reaction from people? Katie, how many friends do you have? How many other puppets does Darcy have?
I have 4 other puppet friends. I have a friend, he's a duck, and he impersonates Elvis Presley. Yeah. And I have another friend named Scarlett. She's a southern fox, and she's really sassy.
As southern foxes should be.
Yeah. And I have another friend, she's really shy, but she's a big opera singer. She's a rabbit, and her name's Petunia. And I have another friend, he's a monkey, and his name is Ace. And I also have a friend, British bird. His name is Nigel, and he's very smart.
Darcy, is it hard to, and by the way, Katie, thank you very much. I appreciate you introducing me to your friends.
Thank you.
Darcy, is it hard, opera, talk like a monkey? Are these things hard for you, or is that part of the challenge?
It was really hard when I first started, but I've gotten so used to the letters and pronouncing and the different voices that I have to work on. It's still a challenge, but it's getting more easy. It's getting more easy for me.
All right, let's talk about your family. Any brothers, sisters?
Yes, I have 3 siblings. They're 3 brothers.
Uh-oh.
It's hard life, but I love them. I've always wished for a sister, but we all know it's never going to happen. And I have 1 younger brother and 2 older.
So let me guess, you're running the show?
Yeah.
Pretty much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My 2 older brothers I'm pretty close to them. I get in a few arguments with my 16-year-old brother, but my 19-year-old brother, his birthday was just 2 days ago, and he's really sweet, and they're both really sweet. Well, the younger one,
Not
the
so much?
8-year-old, he drives me crazy, but he's funny.
Well, I'm a younger brother as well, and that's the role of younger brothers, is to, kind of antagonize the older sister, keep them on their toes.
Yeah.
What do you want to be when you grow up, Darcy?
I want to be on Broadway, and I also want to be a professional ventriloquist.
Well, it seems like you're on your way 1 year into it. And
Yeah.
You're in LA, and I understand you're going to Cincinnati sometime soon?
Yes.
What's going on in Cincinnati?
Cincinnati, there's it's a national ventriloquist convention where my mentor Gary Owen is going to come, and Jeff Dunham, and possibly Terry Fader.
Some big names.
It's a workshop where they teach kids how to figure out different puppet voices and pronunciation and for how to say it, but it's like sound effects, and
Don't ask me to say it.
yeah, it's really fun. And they also have 3 night shows during the week, and they've never ever had a kid ventriloquist on the night show
Until you.
until me.
So you're going to be headlining
first.
one of the night shows in Cincinnati at the National Ventriloquism Convention. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That's awesome. That's coming up in June. 600 from around the world, I think Gary was telling me, Gary Owen, our friend here, your mentor, as you mentioned. So you want to grow up to be a professional ventriloquist. You want to stay on stage. You want to keep entertaining people.
Yes, I do, because it's really fun and I love making people happy. And I also want to attempt to win America's Got Talent like Terry Fader. And yeah, with all my puppets, I really think that would be fun.
Now, Katie, if she goes on this show, is there a rivalry among the puppets? Does it have to be you? Could it be, what do you think?
We all know it has to be me. It has to, because I'm a cowgirl, you know? I'm a star. I'm a yodeler. It has to be me.
Well, Katie, I have to ask you, can we get a little bit of yodeling on the way out here?
Yes, sir.
All right, hit it. Katie the cowgirl, Darcy Farmer, ladies and gentlemen. Big thanks to Clark and Misty, Darcy's parents, for bringing her in today, and Gary Owen as well. Congratulations, Darcy,
you.
on your success on the show. You did a great job on that.
Thank you.
Again, you can watch her Sunday night, 6 o'clock on NBC. Katie, very nice to meet you as well.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.